if you have good friends, a well-to-do friend, preferably a doctor or someone who's really brilliant and bright, and he could donate his sperm to you, that would be
I
plausible.
wonder if you can write that off on your taxes. You think somebody can do that?
I think it's line, yeah. It's line 94A.
Line 94A.
But hold on one second. But as a dom femme,
A dom.
A dom.
You're going to have to put on that.
That's a whole other topic.
That's a whole nother topic. We're not even touching that.
let me correct that. Let me correct that.
I've heard of them before.
All right, okay. As in all of my studliness, all right, because I'm a stud, y'all. I don't think my woman's gonna be sleeping with no man to have a baby.
Okay, that's what we just talked about.
Yeah, that's all right, but I'm just putting that out there. So you know.
Are you trying to like solicit? Okay.
Yeah.
You guys get separated. Do you think Jack has any rights to that child if she leaves?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Does the audience agree with that?
Yes.
Which is why it's very important as we talk about this topic. It can get so complex and it can get so deep. It's really important that you make sure that you check in with a legal counsel. There are many gay-friendly, LGBT-friendly lawyers and counsel who can really help you around making the best decision for your family. I know I'm going to make a good decision for me whenever that time does come. And it's like my biological, I see a baby and I cry. I watch the baby channel and I cry. It's ridiculous. And it could
It's
just
like
be
me with marriage. Like,
right?
It's time.
Well,
It's just time.
you're going to be a wonderful mother. I think that, though, on a serious tip, if you're going to do it, as in anything else, just you plan for it. You know
Right.
what? The thing that we all share is that we have a choice to do this, to have kids. There are a lot of kids who are being born out there that there wasn't a choice, and it's not really their fault that they're here. And being neglected. So, you know, if open your hearts to foster parent, respite foster care, and definitely give back to our kids. But we all have a choice, and in that choice, we need to plan for our futures and our child's future. So get the legal rights. Make sure that you have rights for yourself, for your child, and in the event of your death, that there are wills and things put into place. 'Cause that's
right.
really important.
Because
Right.
can the partner be sued for child support?
They can.
Yeah.
When I tell you that's like a whole other topic in itself,
Absolutely.
it most definitely is.
Prenup.
All right. I think we have one more question from the audience. This is Aisha.
I was just wondering about your views on how the heterosexual feel that us as lesbians raising children, that we're trying to raise children in the image of ourselves, and we're trying to make them as so-called
Gay.
But you,
How do you feel about it?
well, can I take this?
Absolutely.
Actually,
She's a dumb
I
femme.
think.
Dumb film.
Please answer, Don Kim.
All right, y'all gonna get messed up over that one. Actually, you know, I think we as adults, we don't give our children enough credit. When they become of age, they do pick and choose. I know plenty of teenagers who have gay parents.
Absolutely.
Some of them marry women. Some of them do become, you know, as you raise your child, you have to teach them to make choices. And once,
But have you also noticed that in our relations, if we had kids before we became gay, that say if we had four, one or two of our kids end up being gay, it's like they follow in our footsteps.
Well, no,
So
there
how
is
do you
a.
feel about that?
Well, and
Honestly, I see that.
Well, I think that again, that goes to your choice, and it could be, you know, how they say some kids are born that way. You know, some people know well before others. You know, I was 28 when I started dating women, but some people say they knew when they were 9, when they were 5, and when they were born. So I still think that it's that individual. However, I think that what's important to us, and one of the things that we talked about, that is, if you are in a lesbian relationship and you are, say, with someone who's, what'd you say, dom femme? Right.
excuse me, you better change that to stud.
Right, stud.
Said Don
Who's
Kim.
stud? Who's actually stud? Is that you're not teaching your child to respond to her as daddy.
So
Right.
pretty much what you're trying to say is give your kids the choice. Let them know they don't have to be what you are.
Right.
You
Absolutely.
can also be heterosexual or gay,
Absolutely.
but I'm going to love you.
And And you have to make
Right.
sure that you give them outlets. The other important thing around, being a same-gender loving family is that you create avenues for your children to see and experience other cultures, other ways. I mean, they go to school, and so, of course, that's one way of them getting immersed in many different, whatever. But it's just really important that if you only hang around gay people, like, all the time, like, you only know gay people, and your phone, they are only gay people, you have to, like, start thinking about what your environment looks like, because your child is going to mimic your environment.
But not
Right.
always necessarily. Not every child is going to be gay.
That's true.
Well,
That's
absolutely
right.
not.
You know, some
That's
people
right.
really look at boys, and like my daughter, I asked her, I said, so what are you, trying to have the talk, and it's like, so, do you like women? No, mommy, I like boys, but I don't see anything wrong with it. So, and
Right.
she's seen, and that's all she knows is me of women.
Yeah.
So,
That's fine.
That's
it
definitely
just
true.
depends.
So
I mean,
that's
I
what
did
I'm
it as a
saying,
child.
when kids get older, we have to trust in that we did a good job parenting them.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And that they are capable of making their own choices. And yes, they may not necessarily choose someone of the same sex. They may very well choose someone of the opposite sex.
Absolutely.
And that's okay.
I'd rather them choose.
Thank you.
Bria from the audience, she has a question.
Yes, Jay, you said that you don't want your woman having sex with a man to get pregnant, but I think that speaks to making the assumption that the femme is supposed to always carry the child.
Absolutely.
So if you're dating someone who may not be able to carry a child, are you willing to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Answer that, dog.
Just tell the truth. Just tell the truth. You're too old to do that right now. Just tell the truth.
I would. Okay. Okay. No, don't get me wrong. That's right. Because at the end of the day, or at night when we all climb to bed, we are women. If I could
No,
have
just answer the
a
question.
child for my partner, yes, I would absolutely do that.
Right.
Well, as we can see, this topic definitely took us in a whole lot of different ways, and it helped, bring light to me as I'm making this decision to have children one day and be a mommy. Can't y'all see that? I can see that, so I'm very excited about it. Thank you all so much for tuning in to LezView. Please join us next week as we tackle yet another racy topic, and we talk about the things that people actually have addictions to. It'll be fun. Make sure you come back and see us next Wednesday. Thank you.